So, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle at the baseball was such a disaster that insiders now say it's proof why Meghan Markle's relaunch is completely flawed. I'm with, according to Taz, royal YouTube sensation. And Tash, I've got to show you this new video, right? Because this is so bad and why it's so awkward and mortifying, because not only is it completely unregal in every way, Harry here actually shows his bum crack, Tash. And it's like, you're just everything members of the royal family should not be. You know, grifters, chancers, desperately trying to pretend that you care about the ordinary people when you really don't. And I just thought that one video, Tash, sums up a lot of why it's just not working for these two. I know you were also absolutely livid about the fact that Meghan claims to be a Dodgers fan, and actually in the past that isn't the case. But this was a disastrous attempt at a joint outing, was it not?
They got
Bum crack and all.
completely destroyed in both stadiums. They got booed when they appeared on the Jumbotron in that stadium, but also the watch party over on in Canada, they got booed as well. So you're talking hundreds of thousands of people in two countries that booed them when they appeared on the. I mean, you've got to think about the fact that, as many people have pointed out, many people believe that they were a bad luck charm or bad juju, because obviously, as we know now, that the Dodgers lost the game 6-2 to the Blue Jays. But Harry is the son of the king of Canada. And they had suddenly decided that they're now Dodgers fans. And of course, I think a lot of Canadians were like, goodbye, good riddance. If anything, it worked in their favor as a good luck charm. Perhaps Harry and Meghan can make a career out of being hired to go to sporting games by people if they want the team that they're supporting to lose. But yes, I mean, the fact that they were also sitting in front of genuine sporting royalty. I mean, Koufax. And then you have NBA legends. Oh, my brain. Who are they sitting in front of? Magic
Oh,
Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Magic
He's
Johnson.
got shares in the Dodgers, and they were sitting in the front seats for maximum exposure. They knew those seats would give them so much coverage. Meghan could barely tear her eyes away from the camera. There's so many shots of the players in mid-game, and Meghan's like, she's got a trained eye going through the legs of the players, focusing on that camera lens. I mean, it's remarkable, really, that she can spot a camera at that sort of distance with that number of people, honestly, going on and playing baseball in front of her. Yeah, it's
And
almost like a superpower.
I know. And of course, the most nutty part of it all is that Harry not only looks completely miserable, we know he's completely miserable, right? This is a spectacle that he didn't want. He was dragged there, Tash. I mean, look at him. Look at the misery in his face. And remember, she posts this. And so he's already uncomfortable with the crowds. He's already uncomfortable with the cameras. But actually, who's his number one paparazzi now? It's his own wife. And it is leading to misery. This was, of course, not a date night, as Meghan tried to spin it, Tash, because it was planned, because she had launched her new product range earlier in the day. So we're all attuned to this. We're all wise to this. We all know why she's doing it. And of course, to me, her Instagram video afterwards fell flat because, number one, there wasn't good content. But number two, don't you think she's so behind when it comes to social media? Like, this was all just a little bit cringe to me. Watch. Okay, half of you watching this are not subscribed to Dan Wootton Outspoken, and the best way you can support what we do is by hitting that subscribe button. It is completely free, and turn on the notification bell to be alerted to our new episodes.
What's looking at? Let's go!
And sometimes, Tash, the conspiracist in me is like, is she purposefully trying to make her handsome Harry look as ugly as possible?
I mean, they weren't the most flattering of angles for him. I think the fact that he's always got a face these days, like he's been sucking lemons, doesn't do him any favors. We saw with the pumpkin carving video at one point, he had a piece of pumpkin smiling on his face. And to be honest with you, it looked like it was Halloween. That would have been a great, terrifying costume to frighten the children. But yeah, I mean, she comes across so in the video. I mean, when she's looking at the trophies and it's like, ah, scream, scream, and then eating a hot dog. I mean, oh, it's the giggle, giggle. Oh, you've caught me shoving a sausage in my mouth. Oh, I could be really rude, but I'm going to behave myself.
Yes, let's very swiftly move on from that. Paula Frolic had a very interesting take on this. Now, she's the royal expert. She's got good Harry and Meghan sources, but it was more an opinion piece. But what was interesting, Tash, is it's for the Times of London, which shows that what we have been talking about for a long time is now seeping in to even the establishment newspapers, which in the past have been pretty supportive of Harry and Meghan on the whole. And the headline of this piece was Meghan and Harry got booed at Dodgers Stadium. Is anyone surprised? And I just want to read you out a couple of key passages, Tash, and then I'll get you to respond. But Paula Frolic writes, the Duchess's recent publicity spree has fooled no one and made her and her husband less popular than ever in America. On Monday, Meghan posted an Instagram video with blurry shots of her children at a pumpkin patch one day before her product launch. 30 minutes later, after thousands of screenshots of her children's faces had flooded the internet, their images were deleted without any comment, prompting a lot more bad press than good. Radar Online shrieked, Meghan Markle breaks family promise by finally showing her kids' faces for the first time in 3 years in Halloween-themed video. The Sun said what we were all thinking. Meghan hiding her kids' faces is a scheme. She'll be making money from the big reveal in no time. In other words, while Meghan may fancy herself as a master media manipulator, she doesn't understand that the public is finally tiring of her smoke and mirrors. And her need for love and admiration is beginning to have the opposite effect. Ranker, an LA-based site that uses crowdsourcing to fuel its rankings, just rated her the #1 most loathed celebrity in the United States in its poll of 48,000 people. Prince Harry is only 2 slots behind her, debuting as the 3rd most despised celebrity, with only convicted sex felon Sean Diddy Combs separating the two. And on Tuesday night, the proof was there for everyone to see. When Meghan and Harry sat front row at a World Series game in Los Angeles and appeared on the Jumbotron, they were greeted with boos from the crowd. And Tash, it's very interesting, I think, that Paula Frolic is sort of taking a macro view on this, but introducing this to the mainstream media world and the Times of London, which is actually that, no, these two are not liked at all, and they're not liked in woke America at all.
No, despite them cozying up to so many publications, it's clearly obvious that this has trickled down now to a lot of the publications, the ones that, like you said, were very, very favorable on their reporting of the couple. I think that they have burnt all of their bridges, and this constant onslaught of Meghan demanding attention, doing these cheesy videos as she launches her products. She's using the children. Like I said, many people are now saying that she's completely exploiting the children because the children's faces get revealed right before she then launches her holiday products. It's always time. There's always something that's about to come out. Meghan has tired everybody out, and the fact that she has no clear direction of what she's going. Nobody knows what she's doing one day to the next, including Meghan's staff. That's why they keep bailing on her, and everybody's off onto a new career. I mean, they're not even lasting 3 months now. I mean, that's pretty much a record for her.
It definitely is. But Tash, of course, the hapless team that remain in place are having to do their best to try and in some way sell this relaunch as anything other than desperation. And yes, this week, credit to them, they secured the cover of Us Weekly. And we know Us Weekly is one of the only publications that remain slavishly loyal to Meghan. The background for folk who are maybe not regular viewers is that Dan Wakeford, who was previously the editor of People magazine, when remember he ran all of that propaganda for Meghan, including the letter, the edited letter, is now the editor of Us Weekly and is effectively trying to prove to Meghan and Harry, we will do a better job for you as propagandists than People magazine. And my God, this week, he made a good bid, because I just want to share with you a little bit of these insider quotes, which are clearly from Meghan, direct via her publicists. And Us Weekly writes, Meghan didn't want to stay put in Montecito and now has more time to do other things. She wants to get out there, reach out to people and work on her relationship. So, of course, that's a total U-turn from what we've been briefed for years, which is that Meghan does want to stay in Montecito as a homemaker with the children. But anyway, according to insiders and industry experts, Meghan is now deliberately repositioning herself as a power player separate from her husband, Prince Harry. While the couple who accepted the Humanitarian of the Year awards at the Project Healthy Minds Gala, find it hilarious they slipped that in, remain connected on many causes, she's rebranding as a one-woman show. So they're not even trying to hide this anymore. This is the first time we're seeing Meghan as an individual brand again. It's a shift towards individuality. They report it could be mutually beneficial for Meghan and Harry. It's healthy for them as a couple to have separate spheres, identities, and passion projects, says the First Insider, noting the negative attention Meghan receives in the press hasn't been helpful for Harry's work. True. That's one thing I don't actually disagree with. Aside from a few joint projects, they will be very professionally divided now. It's what they have been doing all year. The Second Insider says Meghan has Harry's full support. He always thinks she's making the right moves. That's like the hostage video line, right? The First Insider agrees that Harry is thrilled his wife has found something she can sink her teeth into. It's what she successfully did before him. And he believes in the saying, happy wife, happy life. He's happy not to be involved in that world. Indeed, Harry seems most at home when he's focused on his philanthropic causes. The Duchess also remained vague about the future of With Love Meghan, which scored low ratings in its second season. A source tells us there have been no talks of a season 3 on Netflix, surprise, surprise, and that the show is done. The source also notes that while the Sussexes do have the first look deal right now, there are no plans in place for anything creative upcoming, but the conversations are ongoing and fluid. Adds the First Insider, this has been a very conscious move. Meghan is opening herself to the universe of brands and marketing, signaling to the world, I'm open for business and ready to make money in the lifestyle sector. She wants to emulate Gwyneth. She doesn't necessarily need TV shows and the criticism that comes with them. Tash, I found all of this so totally fascinating, right? Because it's meant to be a positive piece for Meghan, but it is effectively confirming the reporting that we've been doing for months and months and months. She's desperate for money. She's open for business. She doesn't want anything to do with Harry, but Harry doesn't actually want anything to do with her because he's understood that her projects are now negatively impacting him. I mean, the fact that this has sort of been portrayed as positive actually belies the fact that everything they're saying is hugely negative. This is a desperation play.
It is, it is. I mean, I've said many a time, she's throwing everything at the wall in hopes something will stick. I mean, I see these publications talk about the reinvention of Meghan. You know, she's got a definite path in front of her. She changes her identity daily. We're being gaslit that she's now being accepted into the fashion elite because of how successful she was in Paris. I'm sorry. I find it rather strange if she was celebrated so much, why she wasn't seen at any of the after parties or any of the big fashion events. Meghan was only there for Balenciaga. I mean, that's highly suspicious that she'd travel all that distance and then not be able to go to any of these big celebrity gatherings where everybody blows smoke up each other's bottoms. No, she was in and she was out. You know, we've also seen that Meghan is trying to portray herself still as some sort of TV hostess. We've got that Christmas special, or sorry, a holiday special. She doesn't say Christmas coming up. Her products are not selling out despite this launch that she's just done. People are not buying what she's selling, quite literally as well as figuratively. People do not like Meghan, and it doesn't matter what she throws herself at. Everybody can see that she doesn't actually care about any of these identities. She doesn't put any work in behind these identities. She just she's like a child that's got a dressing up box. And every day she's something else. And it must be exhausting. And as for Harry saying happy wife, happy life, There's probably a very good reason why he looks miserable as sin every single day, because Meghan is never, ever, ever going to be happy with her lot in life.
So true. But I do think this week, Tash, in this awful podcast appearance with Hassan Minhaj, Harry did prove that the thing that he has now lost and has gone forever, and by the way, it's partly an age thing because it's like grow up, but it's also because of his experiences over the past few years and because of what he's done and because of the weight on him and the unhappiness in the marriage and the fact that he knows that he's thrown his family under the bus, all of that. There's so much darkness now connected to Harry. The cheeky chappy thing is done, right? And when he tries to do it, I believe it falls flat desperately because Hassan Minhaj basically and remember, Hassan Minhaj had been like in talks to actually make a podcast with Prince Harry for Spotify when they had the Spotify deal. So he's desperately trying to set him up as that cheeky chappy, right? And every single time, Tash, it fell flat. And I just want to play you a couple of the examples actually and get your reaction because I really do think they back up my thesis. And I'm not like I'm playing you the full thing. I'm not taking it out of context. It just didn't work. It's like the light has gone out of Harry. Because you remember, like, he was always good, like with the Olympic things, the mic drop with the Queen, you know, all of that.
It used to be fun.
Yeah, exactly. That was when he shone. And he just doesn't shine now. There's no light. And even though Hassan Minhaj was trying so hard, personally, I really don't think it worked at all. So first, let's look when he is asked about this Charlie XCX and Taylor Swift row, which again could have been something that he really played into, but because Meghan Markle had fallen out with Taylor Swift because Taylor had chosen Prince William over her, I think that's why Harry just chose not to get involved. But as a result, I found it incredibly uncomfortable watch. But first, the number one worst fruit for your waistline. Are you turning healthy fruits into highly unhealthy fruits without even realizing it? Fruit can be one of the healthiest things you can put into your body, but the majority of Americans are guilty of making this single mistake that can counteract all of the health benefits of fruit. Some fruits help with occasional constipation, reduce bloating, and even help burn calories. Others can wreak havoc on your digestive system and energy levels. I came across this viral presentation from world-renowned surgeon Dr. Stephen Gundry that showcases the 3 fruits to stop eating today. And it was shocking. I had no idea. And after finding it out, I've stopped eating these too. I'm going to put a link for you all to watch it because I want you to gain this information. I think it's truly important. You can watch it right now at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. That's thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. I also linked it in the description box below the video too, so make sure to click on it or just go to thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. Oh, and by the way, eliminating these fruits could forever change the way we help increase energy levels, decrease brain fog, support digestion, and even lose weight. So make sure to click below or go to thehealthyfat.com/outspoken to find out now. Dr. Gundry has lost 70 pounds himself using his research and has kept the weight off for over 20 years and counting. His digestive issues are gone, his health is fantastic, and he feels younger and healthier today than he did in his 40s. His video has been watched by over 20 million people to date, and you can watch and learn more about it at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. It's linked at the bottom of this video, but he'll teach you exactly how he has kept his weight off for free at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. Just click on the link in the description below the video. But now, back to the show.
Think of this Charlie XCX Taylor Swift beef.
The what? Oh no.
No, this is serious, because was Charlie's diss track even a diss track? I mean, to me, Sympathy is a Knife was about something completely different. But then Taylor comes back and I think escalates it with the actually romantic thing. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, is this fair? Or did Charlie draw blood and Taylor had to respond? Sometimes I just think, where do we go from here, you know?
Well,
And Tash, it's so uncomfortable. And I imagine it's because Harry is sitting there thinking, oh, if I get involved in this, Meghan's going to tell me off. People are going to think that I'm backing Taylor Swift. Do you see what I mean? So he was almost damned if he did, damned if he didn't. But as a result, it didn't work. There was no fun. It was just awful.
I think you're giving him too much credit, Dan. I really do. The fact that
I
I
do.
don't think Harry could even think about the beef, obviously, between his wife, where she refused to come on her podcast. We can see, obviously, she's a lot friendlier with Prince William, with those lovely photographs with Prince George and Princess Charlotte. But honestly don't think Harry thinks that deeply about anything. But it was just, he could have said anything. He could have played along with it. But the fact that he sat there just staring at the ceiling, I could almost
Gormlessly.
hear, you could hear the organ being ground, couldn't you? I was just cringing. Watching it again, it's just painful. He has lost that ability to just relax, make a fool of himself. But then nobody's ever going to believe that Harry is that man anymore. They've seen too much vindictiveness, too much spite, too much anger, too much resentment for anybody. I think even if he did suddenly start laughing, people would be like, "Ooh, well, he's cracked finally. The cheese is off the cracker." He just, it does fall flat, but it's painful to watch and to listen to.
Yeah, you're so right. You're so right. There was a little bit more life in this section when Hasjan sort of mocked him over one of the passages in Spare. But again, what I picked up on, Tash, was actual, and I like to see this actually, actual genuine embarrassment from Prince Harry. And it's a bit like he's realizing, oh God, Spare really hasn't aged well at all.
My core. And it was this quote: each year I received from Pa an official clothing allowance, but that was strictly for formal wear, suits and ties, ceremonial outfits. For my everyday casual looks, I'd go to TK Maxx, the discount store. I was particularly fond of their once-a-year sale when they'd be flush with items from Gap or J. Crew, items that had just come out of season or were slightly damaged. Bro, I'm sorry I had to go through that.
I know. You know what? It was hard. It was really hard. TK Maxx it's now a special place. Forms a special place in my memory.
And as I was reading that, I was just like, TK Maxx. But it could have been worse. It could have been Ross, Dress for Less.
Do you guys have TK Maxx here?
It's TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx.
Slightly different, but I'm just glad to see that you're on the other side of the discount rack.
Thank you.
And I mean, it works slightly better, Tash, but did you sense that same sort of mortification there?
Yes, there was definite embarrassment there,
Yeah.
as he should do. I
Oh,
mean,
of
all of the
course.
list of the grievances that he came out with, I mean, it is honestly ridiculous. But it's reading the story of, oh, my daddy would only pay for my formal clothes. And I was so poor that when I went to buy clothes, I could only go to a factory outlet and I had to buy even the damaged, discounted clothes. And that's his sob story as a grown man. What was he, 38 when that
Yeah, and I mean,
came
he
out?
was being kind, wasn't
Who
he?
was his audience? Who
Yeah.
was his audience for that, Dan? Who was actually going to feel sorry for him and get their violin out? And why does he look like a tramp 90% of the time now
Anyway.
as well?
Anyway, with all the money in the world. Exactly. And, with personal stylists and everything in Hollywood. But look, Tash, I actually think the host was being kind to him because he could have picked out even worse segments, like, moaning about the fact that William got extra slices of bacon in a bigger bedroom, for God's sake.
The frozen toddler.
yeah.
We don't need to relive that one again. I'm sorry. I'm still scarred. I'm still scarred.
God, no, never. And then, Tash, there was the accent thing. And that's always meant to be fun, when you get a big celebrity, especially a royal, putting on an accent. I mean, I'm not claiming anything here, Tash. I'm really not. I've seen the theories, but I don't actually buy into them. But when Harry goes American, he just went very camp. Watch this.
What's the most American thing that you do now?
What's the most American thing that I do now? Surf. Is that American or is that Californian?
I mean, people could also say that's Australian as well. I mean, drink Coors Light.
No, I don't drink Coors Light.
Do you wear shorts inside of restaurants?
I No, but I don't really have legs for shorts.
Okay.
So that's
Oh, got it. You mean from this region down? It's
yeah.
not ideal.
I got chicken legs. I don't really, no one should see my legs in a restaurant.
Understood. Can you do an American accent?
Which part of America?
Anywhere. I'll give you a sentence. Here, I'll give you a sentence.
Are you going to ask me? Okay, you got a sentence there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
it depends on what it says.
All right, here we
let's
go.
try.
This is the most American sentence I could think of. I ordered breadsticks with ranch dressing at Applebee's.
Say it again.
The ranch. You got to hit
Ranch.
and then on Applebee's, really emphasize the A, Applebee's.
Applebee's.
I love Applebee's.
I love Applebee's. Now I'm just sitting here sweating.
I ordered breadsticks with ranch dressing.
I ordered breadsticks with ranch dressing at Applebee's.
That was decent.
They enjoyed that.
You laughing? Hey, do you like my Cybertruck?
Hey, do you like my Cybertruck?
You guys out there, you cannot laugh like this. We're having a real thing.
No, but by the way, the laughter it's encouraging. Is it encouraging or is it moccking me? I'm not sure. Come on, y'all.
We have a. There we go.
There we go. There it is.
How's your yeehaw? Let me hear a yeehaw.
Yeehaw!
No. So you
sorry.
got the beginning part right. So it's the yee.
Is this a warm up or is this part of the thing?
We're warming up.
Okay.
Harry, we're gonna get into some heavy stuff.
Oh, this is like trying to like.
These are like
relax
if you've ever
into
taken an improv class. This is zip zap sop. This is just to get warmed up.
Tash, your reaction?
Oh, he was making him look a fool, wasn't he? I can't help but feel the sort of accent that Harry was doing was kind of a bit offensive to Americans. It's like a dumbed down American,
Yeah.
like the water boy, And this guy with him, also the comedian, we know that he's very left wing. We know he's very anti Donald Trump. He's very much blue and the sort of person that says anybody that voted Donald Trump is, backwards. They've all got Cybertrucks. The fact that he mentioned Cybertrucks, I think that there is an undertone there. Again, Harry not thinking anything through, but his impression was of a dumbed down American. Talk about another way. Let me count the ways that he's going to continue to offend Americans. But yeah, he just walks right into that. Harry needs no help whatsoever looking a fool. But I really feel like this comedian danced rings around him in this. And the fact that Harry was there to talk about something serious as the dangers of children on social media, and he found himself in that sort of conversation, surely most people would go, it's a bit of a red flag here. Why would a comedian want me on to talk about something so serious? But again, this is Harry. It's clearly obvious from everything that you've said. This has now backfired on him. He's now going to have a big PR scramble to work out just what on earth was going through his brain to appear on this particular podcast. And I think we all know the answer. Not a lot.
Yes, indeed. A disastrous week in the relaunch for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in what has been a seismic and historic week for the British royal family. Thank you for sharing it with me, Tash. And of course, do subscribe to According to Taz for brilliant royal analysis on her own channel. And of course, if you do want first access, thank you, Tash. If you do want first access to our Royal Uncancelled After Show here on Outspoken, then sign up to my Substack. www.outspoken.live is the address. Paid monthly or annual subscribers get first access to our Royal Uncancelled After Show. Monday to Friday, you can watch it with no advertising whatsoever, either live or on demand.
Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.